In the town of Nottoway, where corn is grown and pheasants play, where work comes first and then you play, Joe Narigon called it home.
Joseph Edward Narigon, friend to the farmer, devoted grandfather, and whimsical teller of tales. Joe passed away on March 1st, 2023 at the age of 93. We gather today to memorialize a man who lived his best life and who supported others in their efforts to do the same. Joe committed his early memories to paper, self-publishing his memoirs so future generations would know what it was like to grow up on a family farm in rural Iowa during the Great Depression era. This is where our story begins.
Long live the Narigon fam, earn their living from the land. Hearts of gold and strong of hand, the Narigon clan did grow.
As soon as she got big enough to do errands, my first job was to gather the eggs and carry water down and fill the chicken waters. And then I learned to milk cows. And then I had to carry the skim milk out and pour it in the troughs for the hogs. And as I got older, then I had to clean manure out of the dairy barn and work like that. Cultivate corn with a team of horses and mow hay with a team and a mower. And I got paid to carry water to the thrashers when they came with my pony, and I had 2 jugs of water hanging on the pony and would take them out to the guys in the field that loaded the hay racks. So it was a hard job. I went to Iowa State and started and studied animal science. Well, it was animal husbandry then, when I came home from college, we had electricity.
So you didn't have electricity when you were growing up?
No electricity. Our house was really plumbed well, but it didn't work because we had a big tank in the basement that you pumped water into, and it made pressure. But then if you turned on flushed the stool in the 3rd floor or had to fill the bathtub, the pressure went out and there would be no water come up.
What was high school like for you?
High school was interesting. I went to a consolidated high school. They had a big building that had a gym in the basement and then a balcony around the gym. There were 9 in my graduating class, 6 boys and 3 girls.
You were in the top half, right?
Yeah, I was. I finished a distant 3rd, but I was. 2 girls were ahead of me.
Did you have a girlfriend in high school?
No, I was small for my age, and the girls all wanted to date older men. Oh, we met. I was working in the summer for the extension in Cass County in Atlantic, and she was working in an office down the street, and we met in the summer while I was working there. And then I went back the next summer at the place, same job, and she was still there. So then she decided to go to Iowa State and I was graduating that spring, and so in December of 1950, I graduated in the morning and we got married in the evening in Griswold.
What was the house like with 4 kids back when we were little?
It was busy. And we had Ed stayed home after we moved to Fort Dodge, and he would babysit because Betty got a job at Sears, and so Ed would come home, and when Nancy and Mike and got off school, Ed would take care of them.
What is one of the highlights of your career with the Extension Service?
I was elected president of our organization, and when I was elected vice president, the president left the state, so I took over and I was president for a year and a half.
You've traveled quite a bit. What was your favorite trip overseas?
The most fun trip was a cruise down through the Panama Canal. Down in Holiday Island when I moved down there and played golf.
Did you get a hole-in-one?
I got a hole-in-one, but not there.
Okay.
Down in Texas, I got a hole-in-one. And I won 2 different tournaments by luck. I did a lot of photography. Won first prize. I made the phone book at Holiday Island, and they had a contest every year for their new phone book, and I got a picture on the phone book.
How about grandkids? Do you know how many grandkids you have?
Well, I have to count it up, but I think it's 10.
And now you have great-grandkids.
Yeah, I think it's, let's see, 3, 6, 4, 9, I think.
This is a trick question. Which one is your favorite?
Oh, I don't have any favorites.
My favorite memory with Grandpa Joe is when I was at my baseball game when I was younger. Grandpa Joe got hit in the back of the head or wherever with a baseball pop fly from another mound, and he stayed the whole game just to watch me play, and it really meant a lot, and that was a great memory, even though he got hit.
We love you, miss you, Grandpa.
We love you and miss you.
I missed you, Grandpa Joe.
Thank you for everything, Grandpa Joe.
Thank you for loving us, Grandpa Joe.
We miss you.
I miss your laugh, Grandpa Joe. We love you, Grandpa Joe.
From Golden State to Eastern Shores, Copenhagen, Singapore, we come together this once more to celebrate Grandpa Joe.
The final chapter in Grandpa Joe's memoir is appropriately titled The End. He finishes with this tidbit. When an old-timer was asked if he had seen a lot of changes in life, he remarked, "Yes, and I was against them all." We can hear Grandpa Joe chuckling at his own joke up there in heaven.
Long live the Narigon fam, earn their living from the land. Hearts of gold and strong of hand, the Narigon clan did grow.
Anything else you want to tell people?
No, I guess not.
Okay.
Long live the Narigon fam, earn their living from the land. Hearts of gold and strong of hand, the Narigon clan did grow.